Good afternoon, all. CamelbackTrading.org coming to you this Monday afternoon, January 8th. We are looking at window traders' market profile of the ES and the NQ. Quite the impressive day. ES and SPY one time framed up the entire day. I don't recall the last time that's happened. So if anybody knows, please feel free to share it with me. So I'm going to keep track of that. That is quite the impressive feat. NQ would have one time framed up the entire day except for a little blip in D period where they took out C's low by 2 ticks. And even Righty would have one time framed up the entire day except they had a small pullback in F for an afternoon pullback low and again in L. Righty goes out with a price probe, a triple distribution, and an afternoon pullback in F and an outside day up. Talk about look below and fail. They looked below Friday's low briefly and went the other way and closed way above Friday's high. We're all back to balance on the daily. NQ finishes with a price probe, 6 sets of single prints. Okay? And ES finishes with 4, and SPY finished with 4 sets of single prints. They're a triple distribution day, not a quadruple like NQ, and a price probe. And again, we took out last week's high. Now, last week's high is not the balance high, right? So we'll go over that when we go over the charts. The only thing missing today, for the most part, volume not great. 71 million right now at the after hours, still to come. But this was definitely a combination of short covering from last week's 4 days and new money coming in. I think when people saw the market coming in the way it did last week, they sat on the sidelines a little bit. Now, a lot of that selling was what we talked about earlier with a lot of gains, especially in the big tech stocks that people held on to and decided to sell them last week. And why not? Push those gains to at least this year instead of paying taxes on them for this coming tax season. That's number one. Number two, once the sellers couldn't get more of a push down, whoever was shorting this realized that game was over and started covering it. And then again, I think new money got put to work. So very, very, very powerful day. I had a good day. Now, I did excellent A through D period. In fact, I was very happy with myself getting involved with any kind of pullback in both ES and NQ. I was long on any of the pullbacks and did very well. After that, though, I went back into that routine of not getting involved. I actually took a small short in NQ, which I lost 5 points on a one lot in G period because I thought we had a chance to get more of a pullback and maybe get an afternoon pullback low. Thank goodness I took that off for a 5-point loss. And then in G period, I got long in ES to go make a new high, which I got paid on. And that's all I did. Now, a couple of nuances. Now, again, I put these in bigger increments so you could see it. But a couple of nuances that were really important again to the room. Even though we feel to have single prints in ES, G never got 5 wide. Even though we filled single prints in H or G, I never got 4 wide. It shows you the power of this. It really does. So not only did we not stop one-time framing up the entire day, those things are incredibly, incredibly powerful when you see them. Now, I got a little biased because we attempted to go triple distribution in E, F, and G, and they failed all 3 times. And that's why I thought we would finally stop the one-time framing and look for the afternoon pullback. But it never happened. So, again, something else to work on. Very happy with my day overall because I did very well the first 4 time frames. As far as our destinations, the upside today's high in SPY is 474.75. Now, as far as all the downside destinations, we have our price probe. K's high at 474. Single prints, 473.3702. Second set, 472.9709. Third set, 471.90 to 72. Fourth set, 469.95 to 78. And today's low, 468.30. In ES, today's high is 03 1/4. And then we have our downside of price probe at 96, singles 89.25 to 85.75, second set 85.25 to 76.25, third set 74.25 to 72.50, fourth set 54 to 52.75, and today's low of 38. Now let's go to the charts. So here's the weekly. Remember, it's a 4-week balance. Well, actually, I take that back. Remember I said I was going to give the bulls their due and make it a 4-week balance, not including today? Well, that still holds. So for me right now, it's a 5-week balance. Okay? However, if by some chance we come at this to the upside and make new all-time highs, then I would use last week's low as my balance low if we ever come back into balance. But for now, it's a 5-week balance, right? 9 weeks up, 1 week into balance, right? We're still in balance. But that's really impressive what they did today. And the daily, back to balance also, okay? Above the 20. So those 2 ugly days, Thursday, Friday, got wiped out. So I will use today's high as my balance high in the daily, and Friday's low as the bottom of it. So it's an $8 balance. Okay? If we take out today's high tomorrow, the daily's back to up. All right? That would not be the case with the weekly unless we took out, obviously, all the way up at 477.55. Good day in the trading room. Again, great learning. Look, these are tough days for people, right? The key is not to fade this. I'd rather sit there and watch it like I did from G period on than get absolutely annihilated on the short side. And I'm telling you, that happens to so many traders. And that's one thing we really, really stress and keep people out of trouble on these type of trend days. Very rare one time frame up the entire day. Thanks for the likes and subscribing to this channel. Enjoy your evening. And we'll speak prior to the opening tomorrow.